This is night 2. And if you were here last night, thank you. It means everything to me that you actually came back. And if this is your first time joining us, welcome. Just a very quick introduction. I've made over $500,000, just over 500K online since I started through digital products, affiliate marketing. And I've been able to help hundreds of beginners actually teach them how to build their first digital income stream from scratch. So this is a live free training that I do every weekday at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. GMT or 10 p.m. UK time. And my goal is to show you what actually works, right? To take out all of the fluff, take out all of the guru speak, and just be a very relatable, hopefully, voice out there to show you that this is possible, because this is absolutely possible for you. And I really, really hope that you will all see that. Okay. So you see me looking at different things here. It's because I've got my iPad here, my second monitor here, I've got a phone here, and all of them have decided to go off. So as we go through this stream, I'm going to try and see if I can get them going again, because I need them for this live stream. But if they don't come on, we will still make it work. Right. So tonight we're going to go one step further, right? We're going to answer the question that keeps beginners stuck for months, which is, what do I actually sell? Now, if you are joining us for the first time, I want to introduce you through the AI niche finder. So hopefully this time these are going to work. Let's see. Okay. So you should be seeing on your screen now the AI niche finder guide. And there should also be a link on the screen now. So if you're watching me and you joined us on YouTube, but you haven't actually registered, then please go to the link on the screen and actually register. It's aiwithshika.com/digital income night school. And all you have to do is put in your name and email, and you'll be registered for this live stream. And then what you also get is my AI niche finder guide, which is going to help you. We'll talk about it this evening. It's going to help you find out what you can create, right, from your own life experience, work experience, what you do. So it doesn't take very long for you to register. Just quickly go online, put in your name and email, and register, and you'll get that guide instantly. Okay, even if you have no idea what your niche could be, just click the link and follow the guide, and you'll be able to get into it. So let's get straight into this evening, what I've prepared for you. Okay, so the question you have is, what do I even sell online? Like, what do I know that I could sell, and would I be able to sell enough of it to make a decent amount of money? So I want to start by telling you why this question stops so many people. And it's not because you don't have it's not because of a lack of ideas. In fact, most people that I speak to have too many ideas, and I call this the analysis paralysis, right? So you have so many ideas that you can't sort of decide which one you should go with, or that you have one idea and you are so terrified that it's going to be the wrong one, and you're going to waste your time and waste your money, that you're sort of stuck in this place of, you really, really want to do this. You're, like I said yesterday, you're saving posts that you see online. You're saving resources. Oh, let me take this off the screen so you can see my face properly. Just a minute, let me get this off the screen. Okay, I think we can leave the link there. I'll leave the link there because that's not in the way. It's just at the top, so we'll leave there. Okay. So now the real problem is this: you are looking for a perfect niche, right? Like, you want to know before you start that this is going to be the guaranteed winner, and you want to have that idea that sells itself, because you want to make sure that you don't waste your time, you don't waste your money, especially if you're doing this on the side, right? You have a full-time job, you have children, you have other responsibilities, and so you're very, very cautious. Or maybe you've tried something before and you've been burnt. You tried something and it didn't work, so now you're very, very cautious, and you want to make sure that you find that perfect thing. So the truth is that that perfect thing, it doesn't exist, right? It's not it's not something that you have to find out there. It's something that's actually within you. Let me just ask, is there anybody here, if you are watching me live, and you feel like you've been going around in circles, and one of the things I've just talked about, you don't want to waste your money, you don't want to waste your time, you don't have a lot of time to waste, or maybe you've even been burnt before trying this before, and this is why you haven't yet started, put a yes in the comments. So this time I've turned on comments, so we'll see them in the replay. Put a yes in the comments if that's you. This is the reason why you haven't started with your niche yet. I'll give you a minute to do that. Okay. Now, I want to tell you that that is absolutely normal. You'll be amazed how many people are in the exact same position. Okay. And it's not because you are not smart enough, it's not because you can't actually do this. I think it's because nobody has actually shown you a simple enough way or giving you a clear framework of how you can actually do this. So tonight I'm going to give you that framework, and I call it the market match method. Okay. But before we get into the framework, let me tell you where the money actually is, because this matters. So there are three markets where people spend money most freely or more urgently, right? It's important that you pick a niche where people are willing to spend money and they have an urgent need to buy something. Because if there's no urgency, maybe they need it. You know how we have some things that are like nice to have. You would love to have it, but there's no urgency for you to have it now or anytime soon. So it's important that you pick something that's in a niche that is, one, people are willing to spend money, and two, there's an urgency. So the number one niche is wealth, right? Anything to do with making money, saving money, investing, building a business, getting out of debt, financial freedom. People will always pay or invest to improve their financial freedom. People will pay to improve their financial situation. So that's a very good one to go into. The second one, the second big one, these are the three big categories that all humans, regardless of who they are, where they live, sort of fall within these three buckets. So the second one is anything related with health, physical health, mental health, which is a very, very big thing these days, nutrition, fitness, pregnancy, parenting, aging, managing illness. People will always invest or pay to feel better and also to live longer, right? And then the third one has to do with relationships. So, marriage, dating, parenting, family dynamics, friendship, communication, healing from divorce, healing from heartbreak, building confidence, how you interact in the workplace, corporate politics, how to manage up, how to manage down, how to lead a team, anything that has to do with relationships, how we relate with each other. That is also another very important big niche that people are usually willing to invest in. So within these three big niches, your specific niche is going to be the intersection of what the market wants, right? What people out there are willing to pay for, what you have to offer. It should be the intersection of those things. It has to be something that the market is already willing to pay for, but also something that you are willing to offer. Okay, so I'm going to go into a little bit more detail of how you find that intersection, how you find that thing. So let me show you how to find it. So I want to start with three questions, okay? I want you to write down these three questions. These are the three questions that I use to help people find what I call their market match. So write this down. Question one, what do you know? What skills, knowledge, experience do you have that other people are struggling with? It doesn't have to be something that you've studied formally, right? Then question two is, what have you been through? What have you overcome that other people are still struggling with? What has been your journey from struggling with something to overcoming that thing, right? What's the transformation? How did you get there? Think of how you wrote it down, because how you overcame the different issues. Like, even I can easily create something with live streaming, with everything that I've had to go through in the last 2 days since I decided to do live streaming, all the issues connecting my laptop not connecting to the software, to the right platforms that I want to go live, my mic, my camera. What have you been through, right? And that transformation, if you're able to correctly package it, that can become a digital product. So the third question that I want you to write down is, what do people, the people around you, what do they come to you and ask you about? What do your friends, your family, your colleagues, what do they come and ask you? What questions do you often get asked, right? Repeatedly. This is your niche. It's literally raising its hand and it's telling you right here, I'm here. This is something that people are already approaching you and asking you to explain. Now, here's the most important thing that I'm going to say tonight. The best digital products are the ones that you build around the problems that you have personally solved, right? So, not necessarily problems that you've read about, not problems that you think other people might have. And so you're sort of going to do research and you think, oh, I think that there's money in this. So I'm going to do research and create my digital products on that. It becomes so much more powerful and so much easier for you to create your digital product if it's a problem that you've lived through, that you've figured out, and you've been able to come out on the other side, right? So let me share an example with you, because when you've solved a problem yourself, you know the exact moment when you were confused, right? You know what you did that was like a false turn. You know what actually worked, and you can write down the process because you remember how you felt, you remember the decisions you made, you remember who you spoke to, you remember the resources you used, you remember what worked and what didn't work. You're able to write down the process step by step so that you can guide someone else to follow the exact same process, right? So that process is your product. So let me give you a real example, right? One of my real clients, and I called her yesterday. I talked to you about Auntie Philetta. Today I'm going to talk to you about Auntie Comfort. So Auntie Comfort is a retired nurse. She's a midwife. And when she came to me, she actually had so many ideas. She was even considering, if I remember correctly, I think she also wanted to do some sort of decorating business around, I don't know whether it was around weddings, I've forgotten exactly, but it was a decorating business because she's always loved and wanted to do that. And I took her through my niche finder exercise. And what we discovered was this: her real passion, the thing that literally lights her up, was helping first or second time mothers breastfeed successfully. That's the thing that Auntie Comfort would like. If she's sleeping and you wake her up and you say, Auntie Comfort, I'm struggling with breastfeeding, what should I do? That's the thing that she could literally talk to you for 3 5 hours about. So she knew something that most new mothers didn't know or don't know. She knew, because of her experience as a midwife and a lactation specialist and a nurse, how crucial it is when those first few moments, when you've literally just delivered the baby, how important skin to skin contact is, and how that first latch is important. She knew that successful breastfeeding in those early hours sets up the mom, sets up the child for whatever, for to be successful, right? So, and she also knew that if the mother struggles with breastfeeding, it can affect her mentally, can affect her mental well-being, it can affect the family. If the baby is not eating well, the baby won't sleep well, and that can have that knock-on effect and possibly even lead to postnatal depression, right? There are so many mothers who, that breastfeeding is such a big thing that if you don't get it right, it can trigger postnatal depression. And I knew that when we found this out, I said to her, Auntie Comfort, I wish you had been there when I had my first son, however number many years ago, because I went through exactly what her program was designed to help women overcome. My older son, he wasn't breastfeed. Well, first of all, my milk wasn't coming in, right? I didn't have. I thought that when you have a baby, you would naturally have milk. So imagine my shock when I wasn't able to produce enough milk. I was like, what's wrong with me? Am I not a good mother? So many thoughts running through my mind. So wasn't having enough milk. When the milk finally started flowing, was difficult to latch. My son wasn't having enough. And that cycle of me being stressed, affected the milk flow, which meant that he wasn't getting enough, which meant that he wasn't sleeping well. And I actually went through a very difficult time with postnatal depression. So when when we found that cause for her, I said, Auntie Comfort, if you don't create this cause, I'm not going to be happy with you, because like I needed you when I had my first child. And there'll be other women who will need you when you create this program. Does that, I hope that that all makes sense. And it was so easy for her to create this program. I actually worked with her to create it because this is a problem that she has solved for her clients hundreds of times. She's seen all the different variations, all the different triggers, all the different things, and all the different nuances. She knew the process like the back of her hand, and she was able to put down something that could help either a first time mom. And I was a first time mom when I first went through it. But then the second time when I had my second child, because of what I went through with my first one, I would have paid for somebody to create that program showing me how to breastfeed successfully, because I'd been through it and I knew how difficult it was. And I knew that her program could help. Does that all make sense? So, retired midwife, lactation consultant, she was looking for what she could do. She knew she could do something related to nursing, but then she was thinking, should I do decorating? Should I do something else? And going through that process, we are able to create her program, How to Breastfeed Successfully. And now she's building her audience, right? So she's created a WhatsApp group. She's got a number of young mothers in there, and she's supporting them every day, which is amazing. And I want to tell you, well, let me just take a sip. So where does anti-comfort's how to breastfeed successfully, where does that fit in? That would fit squarely in the health niche. Okay, it's one of the big three, and her specific angle, breastfeeding support for new mothers, not only is it exactly precise, right? So if you're a mother about to have a baby, or even a first-time mom who has struggled, when you say how to breastfeed successfully, it speaks to you directly. It's urgent. If you've just had a baby and you're going through what I went through, you'll be looking for help, right? So it solves a specific problem. It's urgent and it's very deeply personal. That is literally the power combination that makes a niche powerful. But here is one more thing that I want you to consider before you choose your niche this evening. Okay, so you're going to have to create content around whatever topic or niche that you pick. You need to be able to create, if you want to promote with free, if you don't want to pay for marketing, then you're going to use social media, which is free. So you have to be able to create like videos, posts, maybe lives like this one. And I want to say, I said this yesterday, but if you're here and you don't want to go live and you don't want to build a personal brand, you can use AI. You can literally create an AI avatar that either looks like you and can be on screen and record for you, or you can create an AI avatar that is like any personality that you want, right? Any age, any race, any gender, any whatever it is, and they can create content for you. So that's not a problem. But the key thing is that you're going to have to create content around your niche. So I think it's very important that not only do you pick something that there's market demand for, not only do you pick something that is a problem that you solved before, but think about it. Is it a topic that you would actually enjoy creating content about? So ask yourself, is this something that I can talk about for hours? Like I told you, Auntie Comfort with this breastfeeding, she's like, nah, if I'm sleeping and you wake me up, I can talk for 3 hours. So is there a topic that you can talk about for hours without running out of things that you want to see? Ask yourself, is this something that would energize me? When I talk about making money online with digital products, I hope you can see how animated I can become, right? Because I believe in it so much. I've seen the transformation that happens for you financially, but also just having that second income source, how that changes things for you. And so I'm very passionate about telling people, listen, you can do this, you have to do this, you have to try it, and I know it will work if you do XYZ, right? If you follow these steps. So that passion, you need to have that passion, because that's what's going to help you sustain consistency, and consistency is what will help you build an audience. Okay, if you pick a niche just because you think it will make money, you might struggle a little bit, right? You may be able to push out something, but you sort of stall, you won't have the motivation. And if you run into difficulty, if you run into hurdles, you just give up. You just give up and walk away. Okay, so pick something that you are genuinely excited about. The money follows the passion. Okay, when that passion is matched with a real market demand. I hope that all makes sense. It's such a shame that my screens have abandoned me, and so I'm stuck with just this one, but we're still going to make it work. So pardon me if um I'm not able to respond or call out your names, those of you who are on the lives, because today I'm using my phone camera. I was able to get that working. Yesterday it wasn't working, but today is working. So I'm using my phone camera. I have another phone here which has gone off. I have my iPad here which is not working, and my second monitor is not working. I mean, but we're rolling with the punches. So if you're just joining us, let me just take a few minutes and welcome you if you're just joining us. So I've made just over 500K online, and I've helped a number of beginners build their first digital income stream from scratch. And what you're watching now is the Digital Income Night School. It's free training on how to build your digital product, and it's going to be every weekday at 9 p.m. GMT or 10 p.m. UK time. And if you haven't yet registered, that link that's on the screen now is the link that you should go to register, so you also get my free guide. It's going to show you exactly what I've talked about, that market match method, and the AI prompt and everything that you need. You get all of that when you register, okay? And if you're watching the replay, the link to this will be in the description. So now I want to give you some practical things that you can do. Okay. So now you have the framework. I've told you the three big questions, I've told you the three markets. I've shown you how to make sure that it's something that you're passionate about. So I want to give you some homework. Okay. All I want you to do is to write down 9 bullet points. Three things that you know, three things that you've been through, and three things that people ask you about. That is your 9 short list, okay? And for each one, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Question one: am I energized by this idea? Question two: can I create content about this consistently and enjoy it? Now, these days we can use AI to create content. AI can create content about any topic for you, but you still have to read through it, and you still have to add something unique about yourself. So unless you just want to take from AI and put it out there like copy paste without adding anything to it, that's not what you want. You want to be able to add your unique flair, because information is all over, right? So you have to add something in, like you have to review it and add something unique from you into the content. So can I create content about this consistently and enjoy it? Then the third question: have I personally solved a problem? Have I personally solved this problem? And then the fourth question: is there somebody ready? Is there somebody already willing to pay for this, online or offline? Okay. So if your answer is yes to all four, then you found your niche. Then I want you to do one more thing. I want you to go online, search for your topic on Google, TikTok, um, what is it, Reddit, Facebook, YouTube. Check whether people are asking questions about this problem. Check whether people are already selling solutions to this problem. So in the online space, competition is a good thing. You don't want to be the one creating something for the very first time. So if you're able to find other people selling things that is exactly what you want to do, don't be afraid. Don't think, oh, somebody's already doing this. No, the market is big. There are enough people out there with the problem that even if you can find 100 people, 1,000 people doing exactly what you want to do, there's still room for you. Okay. And that those people doing what you want to do is a very good indicator that there's market demand for it. So you create your product, put your unique spin on it, show people how you solve the problem, and trust me, you will be able to make profitable digital products in that niche. Okay, competition is not a bad thing, it's a good thing. So the AI niche finder guide is going to show you how to register. When you register, it will walk you through everything that I've talked about this evening, step by step. And I have given you Power Chat GPT prompts, right? The quality of your prompts. How do I want to say it? If the quality of your prompts that you put into ChatGPT are high or is high, then you're going to get very, very good quality output. Okay, so not the generic make this sound human, make this relatable. No, 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 no. I'm giving you very, very specific ChatGPT prompts that will really pull out something that's validated, so that you know that people are willing to pay for this digital product. So, and it's free, it's absolutely free. Just register for night school. If you've already registered and you have that guide, then please take the time, go through it and fill it out, because you will see what's possible for you. And I believe in the guide, I'm also showing you how you can make your first 10K. So it's not just this is an idea, but ChatGPT will actually show you this is the first one you should start with, right? Because sometimes you have so many ideas, you don't know where to start. So ChatGPT will tell you this is the first one to start with, and it will also tell you how you can make your first 10K with that first digital product. Okay, I hope I've explained things well. Today has been a little bit unsettling with all the tech issues that I've had today, but I hope that I've been able to explain to you what a niche is with Auntie Comfort's example, showing you how to find it, what the three mega niche ideas are to guide you in the right way. And go through the homework I've given you, write down those 3 bullet points, ask yourself those 4 questions, and then go to the AI niche finder guide, put in all of your information, and identify your niche, right? There's no need for you to stay in that analysis paralysis loop. Today, this evening, because you've watched this live stream, that all ends. Okay. um so what else do I want to say? I think that's it. We've gone over. It's 10:42, but I started like 10 minutes late, so I think I've done the 30 minutes. So I'm going to end this live stream here. And if you have any questions, on Thursday is when we're going to be doing the live Q&A. So as you've watched this, if anything comes to mind, any questions that you want to ask me, please come back to the live stream chat, put your questions in the chat, and I will do my very best to explain them to you. Okay, so tomorrow evening, I'm going to show you what I built, right, around my own niche. I'll give you a practical example. I will show you exactly how, even when I was too unwell to work, the business that we had created, the online business, was still able to generate £170,000. I'm using pounds because I'm based in the UK, and so that's actually how much we made. But when you change it into US dollars, it'll be, I don't know, 200, 250, whatever the exchange rate is, right? But it's 170K so that I can stay consistent, because that's how I remember it. So I'll walk you through the system, the funnel, the product, all of it. And I'll show you how to build a simple version for yourself so you can get started with the niche that you identify. Okay, so that's going to be tomorrow, same time. Hopefully, I'll be able to resolve my tech issues and we will start on time. All right. Now, before I go, I just want to say register for the AI Niche Finder Guide, the link that's on the screen. I'm going to bring up a picture of the guide again on the screen. So this is what it looks like. Hopefully, once you register, you get that in your inbox. And then if you want to go further, let's see if I can do this properly. Yep. Okay. Now, if you are ready to go a little bit deeper, right? You've gone through the niche. Maybe you registered a couple days ago, you've gone through it. And this evening, what I've shared has given you the clarity. So you know that you definitely want to create your first digital product, and you'd like my help guiding you step by step. then I would recommend that you get the Digital Income Jumpstart. So that link is showing on the screen right now. And literally, it's a workshop where you can watch over my shoulder, where I show you how to go from having an idea, you've identified your niche, to creating your first digital product, to launching it, how to sell it, where to sell it, what tools to use, what AI prompts to use. All of that is in there. Yesterday, when I shared this, a number of people jumped in right away. They grabbed their Digital Income Jumpstart. And so they are well on their way, I'm sure, to creating their first digital product. So if this evening, what I've shared with you gives you clarity and you know that this is something that you want to get started with, then grab that Digital Income Jumpstart. Everything in there is worth just over $500. I sell it normally for $97, but because you're watching this night school stream, if you didn't grab this when you were registering, then you can get it for $37, right? It's still at a really, really great rate. So hopefully you can grab that, and the link is in the description. So I'll end with that. And thank you all so very much for watching me. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, 9 p.m. GMT, 10 p.m. UK time for Digital Income Night School. Take care and have a blessed evening.